Hello YouTube, this is the Florida Rider. Out for a quick rip on the lunch hour today. Now, first of all, I want to make it perfectly clear that I am not an NFL fan. I don't really like football. American football, that is. And so I don't really watch it. However, there's been a headline recently about the NFL cracking down on domestic violence, which is fantastic because, quite frankly, there's no reason for anybody to be involved with domestic violence at all, ever. Much less people that get paid 25, 30, 40, 50 million a year to throw a little ball around and fall down. Now, ever since then, more and more NFL people have been involved in domestic violence cases. And I don't really know if what they're trying to do is see if the NFL will actually ban them or not. And then I also read that the NFL was lessening penalties for drugs, like penalties for marijuana or penalties for off-season drug use and other things like that. And I said to myself, well, that's interesting timing. I guess they figured that if they let football players do drugs, then they won't beat their wives, girlfriends, and children. Now, that's just weird. Now, while those two things might be completely unrelated, the timing is very suspicious. Why can't these millionaires just not beat their wives and children because it's the moral thing to do? Generally, rules are made because people are doing things that are wrong and an action needs to be corrected. And I don't know of any other sport that's taking this drastic of an action than the NFL. Now, some can say that the NFL is a violent game, or sorry, football is a violent game, and so these guys are conditioned to beat their wives, but quite frankly, you'd be talking out your butt if you said that. It's just the wrong thing to do, and any moral person knows that. But since so many of these football players are involved in domestic altercations, now the NFL actually had to make a rule about it. I don't know if you could see that, but I was just shaking my head. I mean, it's just common sense. You don't beat people. You don't beat your wife, you don't beat your children, you don't beat your neighbor, you don't beat anyone. That's all there is to it, people. And people wonder why I don't like football. Anyway, this is the Florida Rider signing off. Goodbye.